where you find yourself in the standings, you okay saying like some of these have to be must wins if you're going to achieve the goals you guys want to achieve, but by way of Washington State or ASU or Stanford, that like if you want to get that top 4 spot, some of these have to be wins.
Oh yeah, I mean, if we want top 4, we got to go undefeated, and then things have to still work out for us probably now. Again, that means going 10-0, and that means you're beating those 3 teams that we've lost to, and then we haven't played USC yet. We have them again, then beating those other teams again. It's a tall order. Again, more importantly to me is just our growth, and I thought we had great growth last week. If we continue on that, then we're going to be very successful, and we'll be achieving a lot of the goals that we want. But yeah, what a great conference to be in, and this should be a fun last few weeks of our season.
Second time through, what are the challenges that presents? What benefits, if any, does that present?
I think from a scouting standpoint, we can watch our film against them, so that we can see exactly what we did or what they did, and you can try to make those adjustments. I think that's pretty unique. And I think this group does a good job of making those adjustments. So I think for us, it's a real positive just to be able to see, how we handle things. And then for Friday, for example, it's a bad taste in their mouth when they're watching film of us losing to Washington State or making so many, bad plays or errors or whatever. So I think, so it's one, we're learning about them, but then also teaching ourselves in the process about what we need to do a little bit better.
What did you learn the first time through against Washington State?
Really good defensive team, which we knew. We played great defense in that match also. Just, we knew they'd be tough. But I think for us, again, sometimes when you play really good teams, you create these monsters in your head that don't really exist. If you go back and watch film, it's like, no, there was a lot of seams open or there was things open, and we just didn't execute well. Again, I think when you go back and watch Stanford, as good as Stanford is, like so many opportunities for us to be successful, they just maybe didn't make good choices. So I think, again, when you watch film of this stuff, it's just, it falls back on us, and that really, a lot of things are in our control and we can do better.
Watching that film then with the Washington State, Stanford, and Arizona State, is there one team in particular you're really chomping at the bit to get after again?
I don't know about the team, but I'm just excited to play again. I thought Sunday was a lot of fun. Again, we don't like losing, but it was just fun to get out there and play better volleyball. Really high level. I thought it was really high level volleyball on both sides. So just excited to continue to grow with that. Again, anybody we play, again, we have Washington State, but then we have Washington on ESPN, like at our rival. So I think that's pretty exciting too, so I think they're just all really great matches, and will give us a chance to prepare ourselves.
You talk a lot about growth. What are some of the ways you've seen your team grow as the season has gone on?
I feel like we're in a much better place, to hear information and then to communicate, to each other, the players. I feel like they're really giving good information to each other and receiving it well. And it's such a team sport. It's 6 big athletic bodies in a small space, and the ball's moving really fast and moving around. So we have to do a good job of, just being there for each other, listening to each other, being able to talk, problem solve better. I feel like we problem solved much better this past weekend. And then again, I want us to be fearless. Again, we're going to make errors. It's an error sport. It's a sport where if you get 3 out of 10, you're an All-American. Similar to baseball or softball, like that's our sport. And so, we are a bunch of perfectionists by nature in this team, and we have to understand that. We have to do a better job handling that disappointment piece, but it doesn't make us tentative. It doesn't make us cautious. We need to stay aggressive. And I thought, again, this past week we were very aggressive, maybe over aggressive, but I will take that right now. So I liked a lot of those changes for us.
Expect to have Carson back this week.
Yeah, I mean, Carson's there. It's just, for her, it's just about playing at that highest level, right? I thought, I think she looks good. I think she's feeling ready to go. I thought Colby, like I've said, weekly, like Colby's doing such a great job also, that it's just really tough competition. And they're going after it right now, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, I think we'll have everybody. So, hopefully that just puts us our best foot forward.
7 of the next 10 are on the road. How big was the non-conference to prepare for this gauntlet of a stretch at the end of the season?
Again, I don't think there's anything we haven't seen now, especially on the road. Playing in Pullman is really difficult. Their gym, is small. It's very loud. The fans are right on top of you. They're aggressive. It's very similar to our Pittsburgh environment that we had, where they were literally right behind you and talking to you the whole time, loud. You couldn't hear what was going on. So I think, that's a really good comparison for what we're going to go deal with. And I thought I was really proud with how we handled Pittsburgh emotionally. So we're going to need to be tested again with that. And again, what I love is, again, that's going to prep us for playoffs. If we are on the road and we're in that environment at some point, whenever that is, that's what we're going to be dealt with. So how are we going to handle it again?